Okay, let's try that again. Welcome to this afternoon, everyone listening. This is the first ever Women's West Bowl here in Gridiron West. You've got Ben Giff and Geordie Kickett from the West Coast Wolverines on with you today, so welcome. Thanks for joining us. Anyone that missed the start of the game, the Broncos won the toss, elected to receive. Kickoff was good, but the Blitz incurred a 15-yard face mask in against number 9, Claire Neild, who got taken down on the tackle. So Broncos are moving upfield, second down, start with a toss, it's fumble to Jess Smith and a tackle in the backfield. Good job from the Blitz straight up.
Blitz defensive end, Rhiannon Edbrook.
Wasn't
sure if she was going to be suiting up today with a knee injury from the last game.
Rhiannon took a knee injury in the last play of the Saints game in the semi-finals, so we weren't sure she was going to be suiting up today, but it's good to see her out there. She's going to be a key player for the Blitz today, most experienced player, being the only outback player from GW at the moment. Also wanted to say someone who couldn't be here today, Pam, the first ever women's referee to join us this year. She is out with a knee injury, which has been common this year, but she couldn't be here today, so I know she's listening, so thank you for joining us.
Complete pass for the Broncos, and they have fourth down. Like the Broncos are going to punt, and then the punting ball. Good defensive stand from the Blitz to start the game.
It was. I think having Rhiannon out there is going to be a big driver for them. She's a leader on their defence, and she's definitely going to be a key player for them. On the Broncos side of the ball, you're definitely looking at for Kelly Hopkins, number 44, who's about to punt. Number 9 at receiver, Claire Neild, and number 27, Jess Smith at running back, all been key players this season.
Punt away to the sidelines. About the 44, 43-yard line.
So that's going to bring the Blitz out on offence, see what they can do.
Obviously the Blitz are a pretty balanced team all season, being able to run the ball and pass the ball. And it'll be interesting to see how they go. The Broncos certainly last week showed that they could be beaten in the air, but I'm sure they've worked on that in training.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Lou Devine for the Blitz, number 4, their QB, is going to be a key player to watch out for in her offence today. She's got a good arm and she's very mobile, so she does have the wheels to take off, so it's one to watch. Apparently you can't hear Geordie, so. And it starts off with a pass to the outside, takes off down the sideline, good stop, but good 7 yards there, it looks like.
Blitz like those passes to the flats, they do that a lot. So
they do. Those stand-ups out from the spread seem to be a key part of their offence. I'm sure they're not going to be deviating from that too much, given that they've had a perfect run in the season so far.
And from there.
So the Blitz come out with an empty backfield with 4 to the left. Lou's going to take off. Being chased out. There she goes. There's those wheels we were talking about. She runs in for the first down and out of bounds. Like I said, that's something you need to watch with Lou. She does have the arm to throw, but she has the wheels to take off all of a sudden. So that's going to be a key part for the Broncos defence today, especially their outside linebackers and corners, just controlling those edges.
The linebackers to set the edge, get her in.
Tackle eventually made, pushed out of bounds by Kelly Hopkins, number 44. Might as well take the opportunity to give Kelly a shout out here. She's not going to hear it now, but she's also the Women's League Director, so she's done an incredible job with setting this league up this year and getting these 5 teams together. It's a mammoth job, so hats off to her. Blitz coming back out with 3 wide motion into the backfield. It's going to be a toss. Good job by the Broncos defence, stopping that in the backfield for a loss of about 6.
It'll be important for the Broncos to try and get a stop early, because the Blitz have scored early in games. So,
yeah, as we said, the Blitz have been dominant on offence all year, but the Broncos have been a dominant defensive force. So it's interesting to see these two facing off in the finals.
During the season, the Blitz won both games. The first one 6-0. The second one, I'm not unsure of the scoreline in that one. So Blitz obviously have that advantage, but.
There goes Lou again on the outside, taking the first down again.
A huge block. Levels 2 Broncos players.
Got a Bronco down on the far sideline. Trying to see who it is. It's number 23 for the Broncos, taking out on the block on the far sideline. Spotted just short of the first down. So we've got 3rd down and 1 at the 21. Well, just over the 20.
That's a timeout for
Blitz. So it's obviously a big day for GW today with the first ever women's bowl. I mean, as I said earlier, it was a mammoth task. Kelly driving it from the start to bring in the women's division. But the level of play has been outstanding for a first-year season, I thought. Yeah,
it's something that we at the Wolverines have. We have to stop and reflect and think about the start of the season, and none of the ladies had touched a football before, and then you go to last week playing in a final, and then for these teams to come here, it's a huge step from where the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You do have to remember that 90% of the players in this league had never touched a football
99.
Yeah, 99 before this season. So we're only talking 8-10 months ago. 99% of these players had never touched a football. So to see the level of play we've got out there today and the level of play we've seen all season and the development has been amazing. And that's a testament to every girl in the league, every woman in the league, every coach that's been involved as well. Everyone's really been putting in the hours and putting in the yards to make this work. Right, spread again, single back. And it's off. Unbroken tackle. Running back is someone who's not on my list, so I'll see who it was. No, I'm not really surprised to see that. I mean, they know how to work this spread offense, the single back, and as I said, Lou has got a good arm, and so that option is great. There you go. Oh, and a late pitch. No. Fumble.
Bronco
I think the Broncos have got that. Broncos ball. That's a huge. That could be a huge play. I mean, that's Broncos ball on their own 11. As the Blitz were driving down, that's a big play.
It's a big play defense. Questionable very late. Almost down on the ground. I don't receive. Expected the ball to come in.
Always a gamble with that kind of option play. If you're going to tuck it and run, you need to really commit making those last minute decisions. Always massive, especially that close to the end zone.
Yeah, and coaching, you always want the ball to be moved, so you always attack the play, ball to try and force a chance to make a play like that. Odds out of that one. Something the Broncos did well against us last week. Run up the middle, then at the tone and ran behind it really.
It did, and that was number 27, Jess Smith. As I said at the start, she's one to watch out for today. She's got really good vision and breakaway speed. If she breaks a couple of tackles and gets some open field, she's very hard to stop. She's going to be one to watch today. She's been a key player on this Broncos season. Matt double tight, going back to the inside. There we go, Jess breaks the outside.
Oh. Flag.
Back at the. Going to be against the Broncos, it would appear.
Back again.
Fortunately, from up here, we can't get a number, but that will take them back a bit. This is where you imagine the Blitz will be trying to pressure. I mean, this is going to march the Broncos back inside their own 10. So if the Blitz can keep up the pressure and keep pushing back this close to their end zone, one mistake and it could be a score. Pitch to Jess Smith again.
Gets the edge, but
like
defensive end brings it down.
50 Blitz hunts her down. And like I said, that's something you need that for. That was Tamara Collins for the Blitz at linebacker. They've pushed the Broncos back to their own 3-yard line, and this is danger territory. A third down on their own 3-yard line with that kind of pressure coming, really got to be careful.
I can't exactly see it through the blinds.
Unfortunately, you can't see on the broadcast, but Geordie has some blinds in his way, so can't see anything that's going on a play at the minute, so you're going to be trusting me. Broncos come back in to tighten again. Pull back, tight end. Fake handoff and the quarterback's keeping it, but she's going to get stopped at the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. Be 4th down on the 1.5-yard line, it would look. But Kelly's coming out, so expecting a punt here. Or anything at 1.5 first quarter, but
Be cramped up in our own end zone, so
yeah, this is
be off a shorter step than she'd like. So.
And it's dangerous territory if this snap goes awry. Snap's off clean. Ball's gone. Good punt.
Good punt. Out the.
I don't think they're going to be that generous. About the 18. So the Blitz take over again on offense, restarting on the Broncos 18. Really good field position starting in. Blitz will definitely be looking to capitalise on this make like last time. Okay, and that's it.
What are we still? Plays from both sides. This quarter, Ben.
Oh, it's been staunch defence. People are just settling their nerves. I think it's. I'm expecting to see big things from Jess Smith, 27 Broncos today, but Lou Devine for the Blitz has set the pace early. I was expecting her to take off and use her wheels where she could. If there's no passing on, and with the way the Broncos defence has been operating this year, I'm not surprised that we haven't seen passes yet. They do definitely seem to have worked on from their semi-final. They were a bit more exposed on the corners, and they seem to have worked on that week. Back out, stick that spread up. Straight up the middle.
Oh, another lost ball. Right, Broncos call is the first call. Broncos ball, and it is too.
Oh, that's
another
huge.
stop from the Broncos again in their own 20.
Great job by the Broncos there, picking up that ball. That was 23 for the Broncos, making the recovery. That's really showing the strength of this Broncos defense here. It has been.
And talking to the Broncos, they were really hoping to set the tone with it. Done, so got 2 stops in their own area, so
now they'll be looking for the offense to do the same and pick up the pace. So they go out to a trips left on this one.
get the pass completed and get the
Screen
outside.
pass. And a red book coming across again for
about 2 yards. Go.
I liked what the Broncos were going for there, but the Blitz responded well. With the trips left, they were overloaded on that side, but the Blitz responded really well and picked it up. One thing with both defenses of these teams, they're just very well disciplined. Don't see huge amounts of mistakes from the games. What's kept them in games all year.
Broncos going back to that inside run, trying to get something. About 2 yards on the play.
3rd down and 5. Broncos 21 at the moment. Broncos will be desperate to convert this and get the 1st down, keep it marching.
Yeah. Get some momentum, carry on from their defense. Come out and punch. But they run it straight in the middle again. It's Rhiannon Edbrook on the tackle again. Looks like it's going to be short.
Short of the 1st down.
At a yard or 2, about a yard short. Call for a measurement.
Bit hard to see from here, even with my binoculars, but I think it's going to come up a few inches short. You never know; they could bring out a card.
Bring out the card. Bring out all the technology.
The one time when you can say GW's on a par with the NFL.
That's close.
Oh, that's a link short.
Yeah.
A link short of the 1st down.
Oh, we're going to have 4th down and inches. In your own territory, what are you thinking here?
I think the way their defense is going, they're going to go for it. There's no way they're bringing out a punt with 4th and a link. They're going to push for it.
Well, they haven't brought out the punter or the punting ball, so
no.
They're going to go for it. And I think up the middle again.
I'd expect so. Blitzer, straight through.
Straight through.
Yeah, that's Elise Diaz coming straight through the middle. She's been another key player for the Broncos this year. She's done really well. She's shown the arm, but she's also shown the decision making and the ability to take off and run herself as well. And having someone in that position that can make those short yardage plays for you straight through the middle, a real benefit to any offense.
Yeah, particularly in this young league, to have someone who can make the good decisions back there, when to go themselves, when to get rid of it. It's a massive asset to have.
Definitely. So Broncos come back out in that double tight, starting the new set of downs.
Runs
back to the run.
And
nowhere to go. Rhiannon Edinburgh there again.
Blitz doing really well setting that edge at the moment.
Broncos really want to get Jess to the outside edge because once she gets that daylight, she's very hard to stop.
The 20, the running back that just got tackled, limping off to the sidelines. Then 27.
That was 27, so that would have been Jess.
Yep.
And
they wouldn't want to lose an important player on their offense this early in the game. Back to pass.
Oh,
And a complete pass.
Good job.
short of the first down, but good to see that they can get their passing game going.
That's going to take them to 3rd and about 3. Third and about 3 at the 35. About 6 minutes left in the second quarter. It's still 0-0. Both defenses showing how staunch they can be.
Yeah, Blitz able to move the ball, but Broncos getting really good defense in their own area, in their own green zone.
Tackle again.
Setting that edge, the Blitz are just really making their presence felt at the line of scrimmage, so it's what they've done for most of the year.
Not sure who that was. It was number 80 for Blitz. She's not on my list.
Not on the team sheet. I saw that. Noticed that one earlier.
She's taking down, I believe it was number 9, Claire Neild in the backfield there. Welcome to everyone watching online. Comments all seem to be in support of the Broncos at the minute.
That's a very good punt from the Broncos.
Punt.
Oh, and it takes
great
a
punt,
great
good bounce. What
they
can
can
they do
get
with
the
this?
stop here. Oh, brilliant.
Good stop.
Rope.
Good stop.
That's a big play from the Broncos on special teams there. Sometimes it takes a special teams play to ignite your offense.
I've just got a message through Barry and Rob are watching, so hello Barry and Rob, thanks for joining us. This is going to see the Blitz take over on their own 28. About 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Blitz going empty backfield this time, 5 wide. Try to reverse fake. Reverse. She's being hunted. Is she going to be able to turn it back? Good block. Oh, big block. Broken tackle and she's off.
She
just steps out of bounds.
Big block springs the run on the outside, and it started as a fake reverse and ended up as a real reverse.
I think that was number 18 Tegan Brown that sprung the block on the return as Lou Devine turned back around. Tegan Brown sprung a great block on the backside. Right. Comments on the feed at the minute coming through for supporting Heather, number 21. Kate. Right, let's go back to the 4 wide single back. Option. Keeps up inside.
Straight over.
Good running. Breaking some tackle. That was some great running.
Great running. Just keep the legs pumping. Straight through the middle of the first 2 tacklers and then almost over the top of another.
And that's it. Making sure you keep that momentum. Don't stop into the tackle. Just keep running.
Broncos defense have made the 2 big stops, but they're just from looking at them now, there's a lot of hands on hips. They've been out there a long time, so.
And that's the thing. It's not too hot today compared to some of the games we've had this year, but it does start to take its toll on you. I mean, temperature's showing 27 degrees down here, and
the breeze has come in, which will give them a little bit of respite.
It will. Short pass there. Oh, slips 1 tackle, but it's made by the second. Still made good yardage. Still extra 4 or 5 yards after the initial contact.
Initially good work from the Broncos there to keep the zone, but just the first tackle broken.
Now I've got to try and start managing the 2-minute clock. Blitz going back to that 5 wide again. Broncos have Looks like a man coverage, so motioning to backfield.
Oh,
High
bad
snap. But she manages to bring it down. She takes off. This is what I keep saying about Lou Devine having those legs. Good hit.
The smallest player on the field. You sort of you saw that coming, and you went, "This could be ugly." But there was a good tackle in the end from number 5. Haven't got numbers on the Broncos team sheet, but starting at cornerback. So
number 5, the cornerback for the Broncos. Good tackle there, staying low and making sure she kept her head up and kept her eyes on. And number 5's off now. Number 9
number 5, Olivia West.
Olivia West. Number 9, Claire Neald in at cornerback now.
Timeout taken,
Broncos. By Broncos.
Like what they saw.
So we've had a query come through, how can I get into the women's team? If you're interested in joining the women's division, this is the last game of the season, but teams are always looking to recruit. Jump onto the Gridiron West Facebook page or website. You can contact through the league and be put in touch with your local team. Just drop us a line. We're always happy to field queries, answer questions, and have anyone down to a training session. Being the first year of the league, it's been a great time to see all the girls coming in and making big things. And football's not going to stop for the women now. Because from here on out, next week, we start with the WA Raiders Combine. And we will be hosting the women's AGL this year in Perth. Which will be running from the end of May to the start of June, so keep an eye out for that. It's the first time WA has ever put a women's team into the AGL. First time Perth is hosted, so it's going to be a big event for us. As well as that, it's great exposures for a lot of the girls in the league to get a chance to go and look at Outback. And the opportunities there, I mean, with the juniors Outback campaign coming up for this year, going to Mexico.
And you've seen in the last game, 2 of the biggest players weren't included because they were out because they got scholarships from World Cup. So
that's it.
Opportunities.
And that's a sign of the opportunities that are there.
Oh, no.
Good pressure.
Taken
out. Lou's just stepped it and there's no one out there. So this is going to go the whole way. Has she got the legs? Yes.
And that's
no flags. No flags. Touchdown.
That was interesting. It looked like the Broncos linebackers all dropped into coverage, and the gap up the middle was huge. So
again, I know I keep coming back to it, but that's the threat with Lou Devine at quarterback. She can take off to that outside edge like that, and when she does, she can be quite hard to stop.
Yeah, there was no one out there, so obviously they were in a man coverage. They hadn't gone to zone because, that side of the field was empty when she took off. Her eyes must have lit up.
As we're coming into the end, what should be the end of the second quarter very soon, that's going to put the Blitz up 6-0. And I managed to update the scoreboard without messing it up. There's an achievement. And it's pass, and that will be the 2. So right at the death of the first half, the Blitz go up 8-0. And that's the thing, it's an unforgiving offence, this Blitz offence. You make one small mistake and they can capitalise on it.
Caught by a 2-point conversion there by Tegan Brown, number 18, wide receiver. And backup quarterback on the sheet. They won't be long. They'll probably only get one play, you'd think.
For the calls for show us a replay, I'm not sure we have a replay capability, unfortunately. I'd love to. I'm just being told by the guys from High Tide that everything will be up online after the game, so you will be able to see it again.
And there's a reverse.
There's a reverse handoff. Good run in.
And the clock's running, and it can't be long to go.
Good tackle in the backfield there, nothing going.
Two running plays, and it can't be long to go, surely. They're not in a rush, they're not calling timeouts, so.
That's the half.
And there it is.
No, good first half performance by both teams. Broncos really showing their strength on defence, and the Blitz just exploiting that one mistake, really.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a lone coverage or if it was just, good work by the quarterback to just see a gap and expose it.
I think it looked like the Broncos dropped their linebackers in coverage and the DNs came off and just clashed. And no one noticed that Lou had slipped the two tackles, and that was
up
it.
The middle. And as you keep saying, that's the threat with a quarterback that can run. If everyone else is in coverage, covering their receiver, and I don't notice the quarterback slipped, that can happen. That was a 30-40 yard run. So.
But it's only half time, and this game is far.
What do you think the messages from the coaches are going to be as a head coach? What would you be saying to your sides from the Broncos?
From the Broncos, I'd be saying relax.
Yep.
Relax. This game's not over. You're 8-0 down. That's one score on a conversion. The defense has been staunch. The offense just needs to find a way to break those tackles and break to the outside. If they can get that outside edge going, they've got a good chance of taking away from the score. But I think the main message I would be giving my players is relax.
Yeah.
It's finals. It's a big occasion. Enjoy it, but relax. And from the Blitz perspective, you got to keep saying, do what you do. I mean, their defense have been strong. They haven't really let anything big go.
2 turnovers on offense, just got to hold on to the football.
That's something. Protect that football. You've got to be protecting that football. Let's not give up silly plays. Let's not give up red zone offense opportunities. I mean, they've had 2 turnovers inside the 20.
Yeah.
You've got to be controlling the football there. You've got to be protecting the football, not giving the Broncos the opportunity to take that ball away from you in those key.
And the way they've been moving the ball, that's definitely 2 scoring opportunities. So.
Yeah, definitely.
The score is there only 1 score up at the moment, and could potentially be 3 with those opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So from a Broncos standpoint, I think they'd be pretty happy with where they are. Blitz, I think they'd be happy that they're up, but there's definitely some improvement on in their own red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said before, a lot of the ladies out there today, as soon as they finish this game, we'll be going straight into the Raiders Combine and the Raiders campaign. And that's going to be a huge opportunity for them because they're going to be exposed to states that have been running women's programs for a lot longer than WA and have a lot more experience. And it's going to be a big test for the WA side to see how they do coming up against opposition that aren't playing in their first year.
Yeah, no doubt got the talent, but experience is very important in this game. As you've shown with this, the Blitz, the most experienced side in the league, went through undefeated and are now in a good position in the grand final. So.
But either way, it's going to be a great opportunity for WA and a great opportunity for Perth to showcase what we've managed to put together this year, the talent we have on offer here, and showcase to the Outback coaches exactly what's going on in WA, because we do get a little bit forgotten about sometimes being this far out. You know, we're away from everyone and we do get left alone a little bit, but we have so much raw talent and so much ability out here at this level. And the opportunities that are coming through now, you see the stories coming through of girls being offered the opportunity to go to college on scholarships to play for US teams. There was a player for the University of New South Wales Raiders who recently got the opportunity to go out and play for a women's team in the States. The opportunities are there for these ladies to take them if they want to. And in a sport where in the US, the women's game isn't even that huge in the US yet, so the opportunities to develop here, we're really at the forefront here, so you have a great chance to make something. And we actually have viewers from the US as well. Hello, Oscar Lopez from the US. Thanks for tuning in today. We really appreciate you supporting this. Agree. Broncos, gritty and Blitz, very talented. I have to agree. The Broncos have been digging deep. And like I said, their defence has been staunch in this first half, which has been great to see. And no surprise, having played against them this year and watched them all year, I'm not surprised that their defence has played the way they have. And they're really kind of keeping this Blitz offence in check. We've seen the Blitz take off during the year, and they've really been kept in control today. Where are we located? We're down in Dorrien Gardens today. So Dorrien Gardens in West Perth. It's Perth Soccer Club.
Fantastic field. Great field, great venue.
It is.
And hopefully it's a partnership with the GW and can keep the future. We've played all our finals here for the last 2 years or 3 years even.
3 years, I think.
Yeah, 3 years. So it's a really good partnership and really good field to have. So.
And as you can see on the pan, you've got a great field, you've got the stands, we've got the canteen and the bar. It's a great atmosphere. And the stands are really full down here today.
Yeah.
I mean...
Lots of Broncos jerseys.
Yeah, there's a lot of Broncos jerseys down there. So to see this many people coming out for... Especially this game, I mean, the Women's League being in its first season, and to see so many people out to support today is fantastic. And this is exactly what we want to see. This is how we're going to grow this league, and this is how we're going to develop this sport in WA. And getting back to the opportunities from earlier, I mean, you touched on earlier with Liam and Ben, the Vipers and Blitz, getting their scholarship opportunity, and Liam Crooks and Ben Metcalf going off to the US on scholarships. Again, that's demonstrating that coaches from the US and coaches from colleges are here looking. They're here scouting, because they're starting to identify the kind of talent that is available in Australia.
We saw, we first arrived, we were watching that game and we were trying to work out if Liam Crooks was playing at quarterback, but it wasn't. It was his brother Mitch, who normally plays running back, playing quarterback. So obviously Ben and Liam, with their scholarship opportunities, sat this game out. So we were talking about it. It's certainly what we'd do if we had the opportunity.
I mean, when you've got that opportunity to go off and play at that level and have the opportunity to have your education paid for 4 years and get that scholarship, you can't pass that up. You can't risk it.
No.
As much as you want to be there for your team, you can't risk the opportunity. It's the rest of your life at the end of the day. And the doors that will open for them as they go through will be huge. But the opportunities are there, definitely, throughout all the divisions, but certainly in the women's and the junior division. The opportunities are there to be seen, to be scouted, and to take the opportunities overseas if you want. And talking the level of play in the women's division this year, I was talking to a guy who plays in the GFL last week. He came down to the semi-finals. And I mean, the GFL women's division has been running for, I think, about 4 years now. And I asked him what he thought of the standard of play here compared to the GFL. And he said, to be honest, I'd probably say it's about the same. Which amazed me, because anyone that knows the GFL, football in Germany is huge. Unbelievably huge.
Yeah.
And the standard of play is incredible. I mean, there's a reason that the only player ever to be drafted directly from the European team was from Germany. We had a message from Jake, but it's...
Someone asking, wonder which team the commentators are going for. Well,
I'll go for anyone.
I'm interested to see who they think we're going for.
Yeah, go on. Comment on the feed. Who do you think we're going for? Oh, there's an early call from Corey for Patriots Super Bowl 53 champions. Go on, get a tattoo done. I dare you.
Brave call. Very early. Both teams looking ready to come back out.
Everyone preparing now. Yeah, Oscar, I agree with you. AFVD in Germany is a very tough league, and the talent in Germany is incredible. But to have a guy come from the GFL and talk to me and say, look, the women in your league are playing at the same kind of level as the women in Germany was really encouraging. To have these girls coming from nothing to 8-10 months later playing at this level is incredible. Are we going for the Broncos? I told you, I'm neutral.
Yeah, we just want to see a good game of football.
Broncos are the underdog, but they're on form. Yeah, I mean, so I got sent through some stats before the game by Scott Smith on behalf of GW, and the Broncos are listed as the underdogs in this game based on the stats from the year. But I don't think they've really gone into this game with that mindset. They've gone into this game, rightly so, with the mindset of we can do anything we want and it's our opportunity to take. And that's certainly what I would be telling my team if we were in, if the Wolverines were down here playing today, I'd be saying to the girls, this is your game to take. And it's been proven, 8-0 going into the second half.
Yeah, anything can happen.
So we've got viewers in Canberra watching their granddaughter Alicia Ross, who's number 8 for the Broncos. Welcome. And I can't disagree with Oscar there. Oscar's saying the Aussie women are amazing in their own right, and the National Outback team proved it at the IFAF Championships. Completely agree. Completely agree. And I think now we've expanded the league into WA and expanded our talent pool, you're only going to see the standard get better and better, because the talent here, as is on display today and has been on display all year, is very, very high. The raw talent.
Yeah, very raw at the moment.
Yeah. But with the coaching, with the experience, I think we're going to be turning out some of the best players in the country very, very soon. In fairness, I think we arguably are already turning out some of the best players in the country, but taking bets on when Alison Longwood's going to get a TD. Alison Longwood, the fullback for the Broncos.
Coming back up now.
Yeah, lining up for the second half here.
Blitz will be receiving the football, going to the right of screen.
Yes, Corey, this is full contact gridiron, women's gridiron in full kit. Unlike the previous versions you may have seen that I won't allude to too much, this is full contact, full kit gridiron, played properly. Trust me, every single hit you see is very, very real.
People you don't want to get hit by at training, that's sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and they go
onside kick.
Oh, and it's initially bobbled but recovered.
So that'll put the Blitz starting on the Broncos 45 for the second half.
That shows that the Broncos are confident in their defense, be able to go for that. They want to see if they can get the stop now. But it's put the Blitz in excellent field position.
It has. I understand it is a risky move from the Broncos to start with an onside kick, but I understand what they were trying for. Blitz go back to their spread 4 wide.
That's a run up the middle.
It's an inside run. Number 87. Oh, good hit.
A good tackle.
Good tackle.
All defense swarming to the player with the football.
Kelly Hopkins, number 44, slowing her up there, but not quite making the tackle, but the Broncos swarmed and came in and made it up.
Still out of spread.
I can't see that changing. They've been sitting in the spread all year and it's worked for them. I mean, why would you change it?
That option play again.
Oh,
it's dropped.
fumbled.
Oh, and who's recovered that?
Who's getting that?
Who are they going to call that? That's a tough one.
Oh,
they've called it to
given
the Blitz.
It to Blitz.
Yep, they've kept
given
the
it to Blitz.
Okay. risky moment. That's a couple of that's now 2 option plays that have found the ground, and one that's the one that went the other way. So
an option offense is a tough offense to run. It's one of those that when you nail it, it really take off. I mean, you look at the really experienced option teams throughout NCAA, especially like Oregon when. A few years ago, the Oregon Ducks, when they had Mariota back there, he was running an incredible option offense.
And now they've gone in trips to this close side of the field. And and she's off again.
Slips away.
Oh, and she gets the pass.
Good pass.
Completed.
Breaks a tackle. Is Kelly going to be able to make tackle? Great tackle by Kelly Hopkins to save the score. Great
awareness by Lou there. She could easily have tucked it and run it herself, but she saw the receiver downfield. She saw she hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage and found her. It was really, really good awareness there from the quarterback from the Blitz.
That was very good. That's going to put the Blitz on the, looks like the 16-yard line.
Back to spread again.
Dropping back for the pass again.
Completed pass, and she's got the edge. And slips the tackle. Touchdown.
No flags. Touchdown Blitz. So the Blitz start the second half going 14-0 up with conversions to be tried.
Apart from a couple of fumbles, the Blitz moving the ball quite freely, so as they have for most of the season.
It's been a trait of the Blitz that when they can control the ball and not make the unforced errors, they're generally pretty tight on their offense.
Another pass to the tight end and inside.
And that'll be in for the 2-point.
2-point conversion converted to number... like number 87, which is another one we don't have on our team sheet. So there's quite a few numbers that aren't on our team sheets here. Maybe a few late changes.
So that puts Blitz up 16-0 to start the second half.
Broncos will need it. They'll want to get their offense off to a good start, not getting much from them in the first half.
So one of the differences you'll notice from the regular game, NFL game, is that we don't have kickoffs between each score in the women's division, and the quarters only run for 12 minutes. It's a 12-minute running clock until the last 2 minutes, until 2-minute warning, and then it switches to game clock.
Play action run up the middle there, and the quarterback rolled out, but the Blitz very well drilled, identified it early, and shut it down early. For a loss of 3 yards, wasn't it? Pass, and it's completed.
Gonna
gains the yards they lost back.
3 or 4 yards from the original.
Broncos have completed a couple of passes, but nothing deep, which is again sort of what we expected. It's what they do. They run a few short routes, the same thing they sort of ran against us last week. Mostly their running game is what they leaned on all season, and they haven't been able to get that really up and going yet. But
yeah, the majority of the Broncos' scores this year have really come from broken tackles and just identifying the gaps and exploiting gaps. There's the reverse.
And there's...
That's Claire Neal, number 9. It's all well and good for me to say this from up here, but if she'd broken to the outside, she might have been gone. But things look very different on the field.
Broncos.
Have some numbers.
Just been handed another team sheet with the Broncos numbers on it, so looks like there's a few more players on that one as well. Broncos with the punt. That one's very high.
High
she's
punt.
running under
She's
it.
bobbled it, it's live.
And they recover it, which is well, but you can see that coming a mile away in the high punt, where she was running at it, which is not what you want to be doing for a high punt.
So that was Laura Malloy recovering the punt there.
Not that I, as a lineman, have returned many punts.
I don't know, Geordie. You're like the Swiss Army knife of football.
Well, I mean, if someone put me back there, I'd sure give it a crack. But Broncos will be hoping their defense can get a stop here and give their offense some good field position. Blitz, again, will be hoping they can just keep rolling.
Giving some those receivers. It's going to be an inside run.
Rushes off a couple of tacklers and still going. Good run up the middle there. First contact was at the line of scrimmage and she manages to get 5 yards out of it. So
that's where she's really making up, is the yards after contact.
Yeah.
Thank you. What the Blitz can do here. Yeah, no surprise. Sticking to that red offense. Got 87 in the backfield, who's not missed. Short pass.
It's tipped pass, but she still makes the
missed
catch.
Tackle.
And
Broken tackle,
gone.
and she's
Tackled from behind. Good, really, really good hand-eye there to make the catch, even with it tipped by the linebacker there.
That was, and it was a good pass by Lou Devine over the backer. It was very well placed. It was a hard pass to make, especially under that pressure. I'm going to leave this bit to Geordie because I have a post directly in my line of sight, so I can't see them play.
Still in spread. Oh, look, there's some early movement. It's another swing pass out to the open field and
broken tackle.
Breaks the tackle, but brought down. Kelly Hopkins again in there making the tackle. She's been all over the place on defense.
That was number 9, I believe, Nicole Harvey from Blitz picking up.
There's a Bronco down in the middle. Looks like number 11.
11 for the Broncos, which is Sharon Donaldson. Defensive tackle.
The helmet off and she's getting assisted from the ground. Holding up her right leg, had a right leg injury, going straight to the tent. So this stage, it doesn't look like she'll be taking any further part in this game. But the
back into action.
open pass up the middle, but she, good early contact.
Pass interference.
And the flag's thrown.
We've been told by referees not to call penalties until they actually signal, but I think we've both been doing this long enough to be able to call that as they're going to flag it for pass interference. Whether it's going to be upheld is yet to be seen.
A couple of comments. That's couple of new comments. We got Jake Doyle calling a false start in the Blitz. I saw that one as well, Jake. And you calling a false start on an offensive lineman, that's rich call. Aaron Pence saying, loving the commentary. Love your work, Pence.
Thank you. Corey, yes, there's 5 teams in the league at the moment in the division. There's the Blitz Broncos, then you have the Wolverines, the Curtin Saints, and Swan City Titans, currently in the women's division. That may expand next year. I know teams have ideas of bringing in
run up the middle again, and it gets the block and straight through the tackle.
Good swarm tackle.
3 Broncos to bring her down.
But yeah, so in answer to your question, Corey, yes, 5 teams in the league. We're currently based. We've got the Wolverines up in Joondalup. We've got the Broncos and the Blitz in Perth. We've got the Saints at Curtin and the Swan City Titans in Ellenbrook. They're the 5 teams in the division. The overall GW has 8 teams currently in the men's division and 7 in the juniors division. Actually, in the game straight after this one, in the men's final, you'll see one of the expansion teams, the Swan City Titans, in their first season, coming through to the West Bowl to challenge for that against the Vipers.
Big keeper. And she's hit. Are they going to call that a fumble?
Or an incomplete pass?
Incomplete pass.
So, Jason's correcting me, Broncos are Bayswater. And Stratton, not Ellenbrook, for the Titans.
Thank you, Cully, for that one.
Thank you. Always happy to be. Okay, and that's the end of the quarter.
The Broncos getting some pressure off the edge there. Almost getting there in time. Just a little bit late. Yeah, a bit of pressure on the Blitz QB. Obviously, Blitz sitting pretty comfortably at the moment. But yeah, the Broncos defense still in there and trying to get to the quarterback and keep their chances alive.
16-0 up going into the fourth quarter. The Blitz are going to be happy with that, but we can't count the Broncos out by any stretch of the imagination. Change on one play. We're only talking 2 scores. The way the Broncos have been turning over in the early part of this game.
The Broncos need to have a stop early. They need to just about stop this drive, get the ball moving, which at the moment they haven't been able to do. So.
And for anyone watching on that last play, if you're wondering why it was an incomplete pass and not fumble, it was because the quarterback's arm was going forwards when she was hit. Makes an incomplete pass.
And to answer the question, it is a running clock. The running clock for all but 2 minutes of the second quarter, and the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the last quarter are fully timed.
So what happens with the clock is it's running 12-minute running clock. It only stops for timeouts, and after the 2-minute warning, we have normal stops for timeouts.
And a nice little pitch option. Gets the sideline.
Tackle.
There's a good recovery there. The snap was bad, but Blitz quarterback recovered it and got the pitch off.
Support coming in for Dorrien O'Neill from Bruin Reagan. I completely agree, Oscar. Broncos do need to step up on offense and start doing something. If the defense can get a stop here, then it will be good to see the offense come back.
Another bad snap.
Bad snap, and it's going to be stopped. And
stopped
that's
again.
Turnover.
Well, that's the 4th down. That's a few bad snaps now we've seen from the Blitz. So the Broncos' pressure coming from the outside might be getting in the head of the Blitz, but their defense will be now on the field, and they've been pretty good, so they should be able to set the tone back.
Joey, in answer to your question, Brianna Edbrook is number 16 for the Blitz. 16. Don't have a 26 on one.
And she is playing. She is at defensive end at the moment, or outside linebacker, how you look at it.
Broncos take over. They've had a change in formation here, going trips left.
No, bit of miscommunication there.
At least Diaz knew what she was going for there, but there was a bit of miscommunication with the receivers, I think. Brings up second down.
Can't see that, but on the Broncos sideline here, the Broncos defense are huddled in quite tight, knowing that they're going to have to make plays if they have any chance of being in this game now. Another pass again.
Pass. Open.
And it's hit up. Oh, can't break the tackle. Oh, really good work by the safety to crash down on that.
Way to hold on. Blitz number 83, I think that is. That was Noy for the Blitz. Way to hold on and way to come up in support. Safety, but that was a good fight from the receiver to get those extra few yards.
.51 at linebacker. We have listed as a defensive lineman, and that's an interesting if that's correct. But she came down on that one pretty hard. So, and it's a bad
fumble.
snap. This will be fourth down now. The discussion between the centre and the quarterback.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 6 on their own. 4th down and 8 on their own. 1.5.
They are bringing out the punt ball. Come in? Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. So they're bringing in the punt ball and
Kelly's back to punt again.
Back to punt again.
Oh, and
high
that
pump,
was very high.
Short. Very
not
short.
Much distance.
And not taking a good
it
bounce
takes a
for the
bad
Broncos.
bounce for the Broncos.
Actually loses them a yard. About 3 yards actually looking at it.
Yeah.
That was an unlucky bounce.
Broncos defense know, like I said, they were in a huddle on the sidelines discussing. They know now that if they're any chance to get themselves back in this late in the game, they need to make a play here.
Who's the Blitz head coach? Blitz head coach is Kevin Wilson. He's going to be the Raiders head coach for this campaign.
Yeah, so the Blitz now, the Blitz will be really focusing on ball control. They won't want any turnovers. They don't want to give the Broncos a sniff. So those bad snaps and those bad pitches, they'll really be focusing on executing, controlling the ball. Another bad snap.
Oh,
but this time
Lou
she
takes
gets
away.
out of it. She gets the edge and she's going to get home.
See,
she's going all the way there.
and that's a great play by Lou Devine. I mean, another touchdown for the Blitz, but what she did there was show her patience in waiting for that to develop.
And 3 scores up. You'd say that, barring a miracle, the Perth Blitz will probably take out the game at this point.
You'd think so. Strange things have happened.
There is a Bronco down.
Down.
Like 74 to me.
Here's number 74 for the Broncos, which is Emily Anderson. The outside linebacker's down at the moment, just receiving treatment. So, as soon as Emily's been taken off, the Blitz will be lining up for their 2-point conversion attempt. Like I said, to me, Lou Devine showed her patience there. She hung in the backfield, she kept mobile, but she didn't get flustered, didn't get panicked. And you could actually see her directing traffic downfield as she was coming, pointing to her receivers, telling them to...
Pointing to the receiver, and if the DB comes down onto her, she would have passed it.
Yep.
But the DB stuck with the receiver, so she chose to run it herself and got a touchdown for it. Which,
Good decision.
yeah, brilliant decision. And you'd think, you mentioned Raiders a couple of times, you'd think she'd be the quarterback for the Raiders, the starting quarterback, WA team.
She's certainly going to be in contention. Like I said, she's got good arms, she's got good wheels, and she's very patient in her approach.
I'll have to defer to you because I can't see through the blinds again on this side of the
The
field.
2-point conversion, we've got an inside run, and it's going to be stopped by the Broncos. So 2-point conversion is no good with Kelly Hopkins, number 44, and number 6 for the Broncos, which is Serena Gorman coming in for the tackle and stopping the Broncos before 2-point conversion. So stopping the blitz. So the Broncos will be taking over on offense. While we wait for them to take over, just say thank you to the guys from High Tide Media today for bringing us a live stream and setting this all up. How they're managing all of this at the same time, I can barely manage talking and watching the game at the same time.
Yeah.
Pass, the lead drops
Right.
back. Oh,
D lineman almost got the interception. As a D lineman, you got to wrap that up. You got to wrap that up. That's a moment of glory. Was Rhiannon getting to the QB to get in her face?
Got in pressure, and it was. Elise did well to stand in there and take the hit, but that was a risky. That throwing that ball up was very risky. That was very nearly an INT for the D line.
As a D lineman, you get an opportunity like that, you wrap that up.
Yeah, D line live for those moments.
That's the moment where you go, "Oh my god, I'm going to touch the football."
Beam of those, don't you, Jordy?
Oh, I've been blessed with a couple, but yeah. The ref walking on the field. Up, ball snapped.
Toss to the right.
Toss. And
Good run.
good run up the middle. Gain of about 4 yards.
Alison Longwood for the Broncos there making the run.
The Blitz have done really, really well setting the line of scrimmage. They've set the line really well and not allowed the Broncos to run. The Broncos have made a few passes, but they're predominantly a run team. Cutting down that run's a long way to the Blitz.
Yeah, they've done a good job of controlling the edge and controlling the side. And playing sideline to sideline, not allowing anyone the outside edges. This is bring up third down at about 6. Broncos 39. He's going back for a pass. Elise Diaz has got someone across the middle, but Glenn Neal just couldn't quite get back to
Throws
it.
it short.
So that's going to bring up fourth down at about 6 at 39. Let's see what they're going to do. Bearing in mind, this is the fourth quarter. You're down by 3 scores.
There's no punt
You've
ball
got to
coming
go
in
for
at this
it.
point.
You've got to go for it. I mean, it's do or die time. Thank you, Oscar, for the comments. From USA, very pro live stream and commentators, good insights. So, well done to High Tide and thank you.
Fake
and
the run's
there's a
coming
flag.
off the bat. It's just put up. Oh, and it's actually caught. It's going to be short anyway.
It's called it incomplete, but it's going to be a flag on the play.
What's the flag? In the area of...
I'm not supposed to hazard a guess, but I'm going to guess it's either going to be a false start. Couldn't imagine it's going to be pass interference. The flag came in too early.
Yeah, that's right. Might have been contact, maybe.
Maybe.
Illegal contact.
It
is a false start.
False start, yeah. I was going to say it's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. It's well within a bump and run zone, so I wouldn't imagine.
Let's decline the penalty, and they'll get the ball back.
Over on downs. So the Broncos defense come out again. I imagine the Blitz will just be looking to put this away here.
Yeah. All about ball security here for the Blitz.
Certainly, if I was the coach, I'd be saying, relax, do your job, don't mess up.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Just don't mess up. Your 3 scores up. Let's not even give them a look in. You never want to write a team off. I mean,
No.
Super Bowl 51.
Yes. Yes.
Super Bowl 51. That's all I'm going to say. That was a done deal. Everyone was walking out. I mean, it was over.
You can never write anyone off, but
Never
with the
write anyone
Broncos struggling to move the ball at this point, it wouldn't be easy. And
No.
bad snap again.
Oh,
and a great
good
pass.
and she's gone.
Oh, that is a great pass.
Great pass. Good commitment
that's a
to the
touchdown.
end from Alison Longwood, but yeah, that was just a great vision, great pass.
That really was a great pass.
Kirsty Soley, number 30, the wide receiver for the Blitz, just taking that and running it in.
Just beaten on the edge, and the pass just absolutely just a dime dropped perfectly
Yeah.
over the back of the corner, into the receiver caught it in stride, didn't have to slow down. Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect play from the Blitz there.
The corner came down. Having seen Lou Devine take off so many times, I think the corner just came down expecting her to do the same again. Dropped off the coverage, and then it was just straight over the top. It was well placed past, and once she was off, as I said, Alison Longwood did the best she could to try and hunt her down, but there was no catching her. She was just quick. And that puts Blitz 28-0 up late in the fourth quarter, looking for the last two conversions before the Broncos get one more.
That's another pass.
Short pass.
And
Nothing there.
there is a flag. Flag is on the Blitz.
Against the Blitz. So it's easy. Now, Mercy Rule needs a lot more than this, Corey.
GW, no Mercy Rule.
And also, in the first season for the girls, you want to give them every opportunity to play this game through to the very end, regardless of. And 28-0 isn't a blowout score, but you want to give the girls the opportunity to play this outright to the end and take as much time as possible.
And I don't think there'd be a single Broncos player who'd want to walk off the field.
Oh, no one is giving up on this game right down to the last second. Now, even if it ends up you're only playing for pride for that one score, you're not going to give up because you take every moment you can to play. When you're in a league where it's pay to play, take every opportunity to get on the field and have your game time. And it's all experience for these girls.
They're in that double tight again. Fake handoff up the middle to the reverse.
Jess Smith.
And that just...
No block there.
31 just really well held their zone.
Yep.
Didn't bite on the fake. Stood there and, yeah, really well from number 31 from the Blitz.
Catherine Kirchner.
Yep, really well played out there by the DB.
Yeah, Naomi Campbell for the Broncos just couldn't get that block, but to be honest, even if she had, the Blitz was swarming well. Their underneath coverage on their zones has been good all year, and that's what's shut down a lot of the outside runs. I mean, it's a key strategy for a lot of teams in the women's division and a lot of teams in GW generally, and they just no one's been able to really get it against them. They've been holding those zones very well.
The inside
There's
run.
Claire Neild taking off.
Oh,
Slipping a couple of tackles.
Good work to slip the tackle, but the Blitz swarmed to it to make the tackle.
Just had two.
Get my words out there.
Neildy, one of the smallest players on the field, but she plays like a 6'7" cage fighter. And that brings up third down and about 6 on the 39-yard line, a couple of inches. Back to pass.
Play.
Good coverage downfield. Short pass. Oh! I thought that was going to be an O-line.
The O-lineman almost clicked it. There is a flag. What's the flag? It's right at the line of scrimmage.
Emily Weldon, the guard for the Broncos. All of her dreams came true. She had a pass. She was taking that to the house.
Yeah. There's a flag directly at the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's on the Broncos, so they're
holding.
No. Illegal
Ineligible.
Ineligible lineman.
Downfield.
Yep, so wouldn't have mattered even if she caught it.
No. That brings up fourth down and 6 on the 39. I'm imagining, depending on how the next drive from the Blitz goes, this could be the end of the game. Good coverage, Elise Diaz taking off there. That was a good keeper. Managed to gain three yards.
Really well again, keeping that edge, letting nothing get outside of them, and then forcing them to come into where their numbers are. Just really, really well drilled by the Blitz.
It was, and as I said, that's been a common denominator throughout the season. Was just holding their positions and understanding their jobs and not bailing on them. It's been a key factor for the Blitz all year. So Blitz come out. That's down on Broncos 42. I don't think I've missed it, but we must be coming close.
It'll be there somewhere, maybe.
It must be pending.
And given the amount of time they've spent on the field, I know they've given up scores. The Broncos' defense has been pretty good.
Right, they're going to. The Blitz are going to kneel out the game.
And the Blitz,
So that'll be game. So the Blitz complete the perfect 10-0 season to take out the first ever GW Women's Championship.
I guess we did miss that 2-minute warning.
We must have. Too busy reading the comments. Congratulations to the Blitz on the win. Commiserations to the Broncos. But outstanding season from all the teams in the league this year. And an outstanding first season. The quality of play that we've seen out there this year has just been off the chart.
Yeah. And high quality final. I mean, the Blitz really showed their class and their extra finish that they've had. Their quarterback played phenomenally, capped off by that final pass, which was just brilliantly read and put in exactly the right spot.
And Kev's about to get drowned. I don't know if he knows it yet.
He's already been drowned once today, so
And there we go.
I think he's probably just changed from his last bath.
The Blitz have taken out 2 championships today, with the juniors taking out their championship game and the women taking out theirs now. So it's been a good year for the Blitz this year. As I said, this isn't the end of the year for women's football though. We've got the women's AGL coming up. Combine starts next week and the AGL will be run in Perth. I believe here, even possibly. But it'll be run in Perth the end of May to the start of June, so keep an eye on the Gridiron West page for that. Make sure you come down and check out, because as you've seen, there's some great football on offer, and in the AGL it's only going to get better with the levels of quality coming in from the other states, from New South Wales. Victoria will be back in it, I believe, for the first time this year, so that'll be interesting to see, because GV have been out of it for a while. So watching GV, New South Wales, Queensland come in, it's going to be an interesting tournament and a great one to watch, so make sure you come back for that. As I say, congratulations to Blitz today, congratulations to Broncos, but congratulations to every girl in this league this year and every lady that stepped up this year and taken the opportunity to play this great sport and show us what they're made of. They've shown a level of skill, a level of talent that we couldn't have expected.
Far exceeded anything that we thought was gonna be at the start of the year when we took over the.
And the next game will be kicking off at 6 p.m. So that's going to be an hour and 13 minutes. 6 p.m, which is the men's finals. Swan City Titans coming into their first season ever in GW, looking to go all the way against the very experienced Rockingham Vipers, who I believe are looking for their, now I have to check the stat, I think it was fourth in a row and their 27th game winning streak. Hang on, I will tell you for sure.
Their last loss was against the Saints in the last regular season game last year. So
here we go. So the Vipers are currently on a 17-game winning streak, and the league. So they're 4 off theirs and the league's best winning streak of 21 games. Last time they were beat was the Broncos, beating them 50-12 in the 2011-2012 season. It's the Vipers' 5th straight time in a West Bowl, and they were last beaten in 2013 by the Blitz. Titans became the first rookie team to ever make it to the finals this year, straight since Perth Blitz in 2006-2007 season. The Blitz went on to lose that semi-final to the Vipers, 30-28. Titans will be looking to change that this year and come out and take out the West Bowl in their first year.
Talking to some Titans guys this morning, talking to their quarterback, Ty Henry, they're going into it with a lot of confidence. Obviously, they know that they're facing a formidable opponent, but they're going in confidently. they think that being a younger team is actually to benefit them because they kind of don't have the feeling that the Vipers are unbeatable that the rest of the league sort of has. So hopefully for them they can make a good game of it.
Titans coming into this game hungry.
Yes.
They want this.
Yep.
They've come in, they've shown their strength, and as far as they're concerned, first year, everyone wants it, and they've come into a West Bowl and they want to take it out.
They put 28 points up against the Vipers in the first game they played against them. The most, well, I think it might be the only points the Vipers have had against them this season. So,
possibly.
They know how to score against them. The second game didn't go so well, but they were missing some key players, so hopefully they can make the final a bit more interesting than last time they played. Good luck to both teams in that. Got the girls down here getting their photo. All the players, and before they give the medals and the MVP. Who do you think's the MVP?
I think it's got to go to Lou Devine. The way she orchestrated that offense today, her patience, not only carrying the ball herself, but her patience in directing that offense under pressure. To me, it's a no-brainer. Lou Devine is taking out that MVP.
No-brainer, I believe. And well deserved, and a really cap off a really good season. So.
Just, I believe, out of shot to the right of your screen, she'll probably be coming in second, is the honourable member, Lisa Harvey, member for Sterling, down there, who I believe will be making the medal presentation. So she's just panning into camera now. Member for Sterling, Lisa Harvey.
Looking forward to a few more teams next year and a bigger and better competition. But to all the women who participated, thank you for coming down, putting your faith in the Gridiron West League and having a great time. I'd also just like to...
Trophy's impressive.
Trophy is impressive.
I like the trophy.
Very Lombardi-esque, isn't it?
It is very Lombardi-esque. I was interested in the new trophy.
I don't believe any of this would have happened so easily for the rest of us. So thanks to Kelly, and she's just going to say a few brief words.
Hi everyone, if you don't know me, I'm Kelly, Gridiron West Women's League Director. I just want to congratulate both the Broncos and the Blitz on making it to the final, and also all our girls out in the crowd and who played this season that turned a few of us, Kev, myself and other people's dreams into reality, and we couldn't have asked for a better league for season one. So just thank you to everyone that put on some shoulder pads and helmet and came down and played football. So thank you.
As always, we'll thank the referees for officiating another tight game. Well handled, so thanks to the referees.
What Kelly said there about, we couldn't have asked for a better group for the first year. The camaraderie and the friendship in this league this year was fantastic. The level of players, as we keep saying, has just been excelled anything we could possibly have imagined in the first year.
I'd just like to say thanks to the Blitz coming out, playing their all. I just say thanks to the Broncos girls putting up with me for the whole season, and they played their best today, and I couldn't wish for anything more. Go women, I guess.
Our first ever championship MVP.
Thanks, Kai,
for
for
the
the
league
comment on the
is
stream.
number 4 from the Blitz.
Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Thanks to High Tide Media for the stream. Don't forget, there will be another one at 6 p.m. Swansea Titans versus Rocking Vipers.
That's the MVP as expected.
Lou Devine takes out the MVP.
Takes it out. Very well deserved. Capped off an excellent season.
I'm really shy and I don't like to talk. First of all, I would like to say huge congratulations to Blitz. You had a heck of a season. Told you. Blitz too. Broncos, thank you so much. Gave it your all. You were hard. My hands are sore, my body's sore, and I'm pretty sure the girls are sore too. So thank you very much for a great game.
Yeah, as you said, there's no real surprise there, Lou Devine really
huge thanks to our coaches. You guys are amazing.
All season
and
long
my
today,
team, I bloody love you guys.
And her presence and her awareness was what really made a difference. Men's final, pick a team. I'm not commentating, so I can't.
Supported this league from the start. To present the championship.
I'd love to see the Titans take it out, but
head coach of the Blitz up to receive the trophy.
Experience on this stage and in this level of game might just be the difference maker.
That is a really impressive trophy. Big fan of the trophy.
Thanks very much, Lisa, for coming down. I really appreciate that. Yes, as Kelly said, it's been a dream of a few of us for a couple of years now to get a women's league up and running. And as you can see today, a hell of a final, and it's been a hell of a season. So I think we've had nearly 150 women play during the year for the 5 teams. So that's absolutely fantastic. And certainly looking good for us to take it to the Nationals and show the other states what we can do. So
Thanks for your comments, Oscar. We appreciate your feedback and appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Glad you enjoyed it. These are hard to get. I think all but the photos and the medals, that is a wrap for the women's game. So for the first ever Women's West Bowl, 28-0 to the Blitz. Congratulations, you've done a perfect season. Thank you to everyone online for joining us, and don't forget to jump back online if you leave us at 6 p.m. for the last game of the day and the last game of the season, the men's final, which was the Rockingham Vipers, who have taken out numerous titles, as mentioned before, looking for their 4th or 5th consecutive West Bowl appearance to be a success. Swansea Titans coming in their first ever season caused the upset against the experienced Vipers today. So thanks for joining us online. Really appreciate your time. Really join us, and make sure to check out Women's AGL in Perth, end of May, start of June.
Great football being played from women all over the country. Glad to be cracking to come down and watch.
If you can get down, come and watch it. Otherwise, there will no doubt be a live stream on. That's the out for that. There'll be some great football action on show, and if you are interested in playing at any level in any of the divisions, juniors, women's or seniors, please jump on Gridiron West, contact us through the website or Facebook page. You can be put into contact with your local team. We're always looking for new players, no experience necessary, no equipment. We can hook you up with them. All we need is you to be keen, a good attitude and willing to learn, and we can do the rest. So please do get in touch, and always welcome to hook you up. Other than that, I think that's it from us.
It's been a good day. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Ben.
Very much, Jordan. And thanks to the guys at High Tide Media for this